The top news headlines. Chief Minister N. Biren announces 5 lakh rupees award for information on killers of B. Gamnom villagers, says intense operation continues to nab killers. Swarnim Vinay victory flame arrives in Manipur. Day is historic, says Governor La Ganesan. And UCM visits B. Gamnom, NP Kulin donates ration to aggrieved and shocked villagers. A very good evening and welcome to Mami TV Primetime English News. This is MASACO NINGTHOUJAM giving you the latest news updates. Chief Minister N. Biren has categorically stated that all those involved in the unfortunate incident at B. Gamnom village and NP Kulin village will be given befitting punishment. Intensive manhunt is going on to arrest those responsible, stated Chief Minister N. Biren, and announced a reward of 5 lakh rupees to anyone who can furnish reliable information on the whereabouts of the killers. The announcement was made by the Chief Minister during the door-to-door health screening and chronic disease management program for people above the age of 18 years under the new Chief Minister's Health for All scheme launched today. The launching program was held at the Darshan Hall at CM Secretariat. The Chief Minister asserted that the incident of B. Gamnom and NP Kulin villages that claimed the lives of innocent people, including small children, is an act of terrorism and all those responsible will not be let scot-free. He also assured that operations are being conducted to catch those responsible and announced 5 lakh rupees reward to any persons with reliable information on them.
Any information from invite the 5 lakhs the one of the company wherever they have, wherever they are, hunt company and the Saba, I give action local mission project, another caption Hanover. Other we know, other must hasten the teacher promise that the spiritual.
With regard to today's program, the Chief Minister stated that the scheme will benefit a lot of people, especially the underprivileged section. The scheme, which will conduct door-to-door health screening, will benefit all those above 18 years of age. He also informed that those with not too serious ailments can acquire medication under Jan Aushadhi, while those with serious or life-threatening diseases can acquire benefit under CMHT or PMJY schemes.
I saw what you saw. Say, I did she never should have done the Cindy Bama, took you out of Session University. Listening to Sama, half the Masadi Polo, the title Lamina, Masado should be out of the Memana of the Art of Bocana. No, the living seat from me. Aduna, go to Hills. That's singing a sweet man, a quick word. Short time, man. Other than the skin, my uncle. What to Hills and the lovely singing and several in the man. Sick, Cindy area and several in the man. Lambi, the health sector, education sector, any kind of the last 4.5 years. Who is it? What paper told me? Total 47% of the total budget. Nearly we will have it. Homani, neither cannot PWD minister when you identify the Hamad Lamlay, the Port Maya, and something of Papa, Singh with Padu, Singh leaders into the Bahada and to the Pal West District, among the Minga again.
5 members.
5 members. A lawyer test of Vidabra. I need to the part of my result of Papa and be brought. Thank you. How would Mr. Nabat Hena the Quilla Tiffany? I'm at the Tena devotion.
It is worth mentioning that for the first phase, the scheme will be run in 1,628 villages of the 16 districts of the state. Out of this, 118 primary health sub-center, 29 primary health center, and 7 community health centers will be functioning. Celebrating the 50th anniversary of victory of the Indian Armed Forces in the 1971 war, Swarnim Vijay Victory Flame arrived at the military station of 57th Mountain Division at Lemmakong today. Governor of Manipur, La Ganesan, and other top-ranking officials received the Victory Flame at Red Shield Auditorium of the military station. The flame was lit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the National War Memorial. It reached Manipur from Eastern Command in West Bengal. Speaking on the occasion, Governor La Ganesan said the 13-day-long war was not just a war of weapons and machinery, as many soldiers lost their lives. India's brave soldiers helped Bangladesh to attain freedom, which was earlier known as East Pakistan. Participating in the reception of the Victory Flame was a historic moment in his life, he said.
That it is not the guns that fight, it is not the hand that fights, it's the heart that fights. That is why we are victorious. Even during the British period also, that was the record. Even before independence also.
Governor La Ganesan honored war veterans of the 1971 war. A team of representatives of the United Committee Manipur UCM visited B Gamnom and NP Kulin villages in Kangpokpi district, where 4 persons were killed in indiscriminate firing by unknown militants. They also provided ration to the people taking refuge in the area following the incident. Taking part in the visit, Secretary Organization of UCM Shanta Mangang said the committee wanted to extend help to the people of these villages who were threatened by armed militants. There have been reports of loot and abduction in the area. He has drawn the attention of the department concerned to take up actions on the incident and provide assistance to the people who left their homes in fear.
Yaripok Nongmromgi, United Committee Manipur Legal Affairs and Human Rights Key Secretary Yumdang Rang Lungdang Poda, Mi Kunmanga Contramu Yariaga Labani, Hariba Yariaga Labasing the immediate relief from a Pina Vahedana UCM Gimaiki Laksabani. Amarumda, Aquina government, the Hizening Munaka in Haiganda, Ahoy Haribazagasing, quick with an Atao, Mario Mangasu, Ahoy extortion, Namadi kidnapping case Ladana, Manipur Commando Sing Nayam Haina Rescue Togiva, Adumba, Zagasing, Kankubi district, Adumba area, Manung Salivani, Aduna, Aquina government appeal toning Madika in Oganda Sigi, Ladiba. Kunjasing Sigi, Kunsingda, Hanbayanava, Ahogi, Akanava measure, Haitare, security measure, intelligence, input sing, security measures in the local Piraga, Haiba, area Sida, Akoi Kampu, Isom Nakantanga, village sing Sigi, area sing the Sugumba, arm activities sing the Makala, Itanava, Adumba, Tabak Sing Do, Gom, the local people.
Representatives of the Committee on Inclusion of Sanamahi lining in the list of minority religion of India today submitted a memorandum to Chief Minister N. Biren. Co-convener of the committee, Sapamcha Jadumani, said the Chief Minister has assured to press the Centre for Inclusion of Sanamahi in minority religion after discussing the matter at the upcoming State Cabinet meeting. Ministers and their families offered prayers to Goddess Durga on the occasion of Bor at Hyangthang Lairimbi Temple at Hyangthang. Large number of devotees showed up at Hyangthang Temple from early morning yesterday to offer prayers. Bor or Maha Ashtami is considered to be one of the holiest days of Durga Puja. Deputy Chief Minister of Manipur, Y. Joy Kumar, Works Minister, T.H. Biswajit, Education Minister, S. Rajan, Agriculture Minister, O. Lukhoi, and their respective families offered prayers to the goddess. They started arriving at 10:30 p.m. for the ritual, which began at 11:24 p.m. Former MLAs and intending candidates for the upcoming election for the State Legislative Assembly also took the blessings of the goddess. Meanwhile, members of Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, BJYM Manipur Pradesh, led by its president M. Bari Sharma, distributed drinking water to the devotees at Hyangthang. Bjp Kangabuk mandal launched tambal campaign at the residence of BJP's intending candidate for the general election from Kangabuk Assembly constituency, KH Major Mangang. During the campaign, lotus will be drawn at across 47 polling stations of the constituency. Speaking on the occasion, Major said the campaign was carried out in the constituency for the success of BJP candidate in the Assembly constituency for the general election 2022 after the president of BJP Manipur Pradesh, A. Sharda, launched the campaign. For the success of the campaign, they will work with the polling committees of these polling stations, he said.
Sigi simbolasi lambi duna amasung indong khudingwaku Bharatiya Janata Party na ngak senbana thamli.
It's time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, first floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mug wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation.
Welcome back after the break. Moving on to the national news, India registered 18,987 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, which was 20% higher than what the country had witnessed a day before, informed the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare today. A total of 246 deaths were reported during the same time, increasing the total reported death count to 4,51,435. Meanwhile, a total of 19,808 patients recovered in the last 24 hours. As of this morning, today, India's recovery rate stood at 98.07%. India has administered a total of 35,66,347 doses in the last 24 hours, which brings the total tally of doses administered to 96,82,20,997. A group of Air India unions have threatened to go on an indefinite strike from November 2nd if they are forced to vacate their residences at the Air India colonies. The Joint Action Committee of Air India unions comprises Air Corporation Employees Union, Aviation Industry Employees Guild, and All India Service Engineers Association. In a letter addressed to Meenakshi Kashyap, General Manager, Industrial Relations, the unions say that they are shocked to have received a notice from the management to sign an undertaking by October 20th that they will vacate their staff quarters within a period of 6 months after the privatization of Air India. Recently, the Department of Investment and Public Asset Management announced that Tata Sons had won the bid for Air India at 18,000 crore rupees, and the airline, along with subsidiaries Air India Express and AISATS, its ground handling arm, in which Air India holds 50% equity share, will be handed over to the new owner by December. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi has prayed for the good health and speedy recovery of Dr. Manmohan Singh. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said, "I pray for the good health and speedy recovery of Dr. Manmohan Singh ji." Meanwhile, the condition of former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh is stable, the doctors at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, said later on Wednesday. Singh, 89, was admitted to the hospital in Delhi for evaluation of fever. The Congress leader had been complaining of fever since Tuesday. The former Prime Minister is under the observation of doctors. Moving on to the international news, China is preparing to send 3 astronauts to live on its space station for 6 months, a new milestone for a program that has advanced rapidly in recent years. It will be China's longest ever crewed space mission and set a record for the most time spent in space by Chinese astronauts. The Shenzhou 13 spaceship is expected to be launched into space on a Long March 2F rocket early Saturday morning from the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center on the edge of the Gobi Desert in northwestern China. The first crew, who served a 90-day mission aboard the main Tianhe core module of the space station, returned in mid-September. Immigration consultants in South Africa have reported a huge surge in inquiries from South African Indians following the recent violence and looting that wrecked KwaZulu-Natal province in July. The province is home to about a third of South Africa's 1.4 million citizens of Indian origin, largely descended from the first settlers who arrived as indentured laborers and merchants in 1860. Nicholas Aframis of Beaver Canadian Immigration Consultants, an immigration company that specializes in Canadian applications from South Africa, told that it expects its client base, which was about 10% Indian until July, to quadruple to 40% before the end of this year. The consultants said there was also increased interest in immigration to Australia and the UK. And now, before we wrap up, the top news headlines once again. Chief Minister N. Biren announces 5 lakh rupees reward for information on killers of B. Gamnom villagers, says intense operation continues to nab killers. Swarnim Victory Flame arrives in Manipur. Day is historic, says Governor La Ganesan. And UCM visits B. Gamnom, NP Kulin, donates ration to aggrieved and shocked villagers. And that's all for the Primetime English News. Thank you for watching.